Good morning from two hot and sweaty looking woolly elephants.
Far too hot to be
far too hot. With our co-host. We have tried to put him on the floor so he play, but he doesn't want to be on the floor playing, he wants to be sat up here with us. So, welcome. We are Woolly Elephant. I'm Heather.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is Joseph, chewing on something. It's been a month since we last podcasted.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't even checked what episode number we're on. We're just winging it this morning.
Yeah, it's too hot to think
It's
straight. I've actually got a headache.
Got a bit of a glow going on this morning. It's...
You're not sure about it?
Anyway, while he tries to devour his toys, what we've been doing. It's been really warm weather here for the last 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks now.
We had kind of a break, just a miniature break, but this week it's really stepped it up in it.
Yeah. I mean,
it has.
By our standards, 32, 33 degrees it was yesterday. It was pretty damn warm for us, and it's a bit of a struggle in the chip shop when it's like that because it's humid as well.
And
I haven't done as much knitting as I would like to have done. I haven't done as much dyeing as I would like to have done. We did have a weekend break away, and those that follow us on Instagram might have seen some of my birdie pictures and things I put on because we went to Farne Islands. Took pictures of puffins, and we were just surrounded by this mass of birds, which was a bit wonderful.
It looked really good. She video called us.
While we were there. I couldn't believe I could get a signal.
And when it first came through and she showed us where all the birds were, all I could see was this grey mass in what would be the water. I was like, oh my god, is it a whale? Because the signal had it, the picture hadn't cleared yet. But I showed it to Michael and he was just amazed by all the birds.
He was looking, he's going, oh, birdies nanny, they're flying. So that was quite an adventure. One we plan to do again in the future. Anyway, we'll try and keep this in some kind of order because we've got a bit of a distraction going on here. And we'll do FO. Oh, we'll say where we are, who we are and where we are. We're obviously Woolly Elephant. We've got a Ravelry group on Ravelry, obviously. Woolly Elephant podcast under the groups tab. I'm Woolly Elephant Mum on Instagram. Nicola's Woolly Elephant daughter on Instagram. We're on Twitter as Woolly Elephant, and
our shop's Woolly Elephant.
Our shop's Woolly Elephant, Facebook,
Etsy, and Facebook.
Yeah,
Woolly Elephant pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, Woolly Elephant on Etsy and Woolly Elephant on Facebook.
Apart from Waverley,
he's in a trance now watching us on.
And NicolasKnitting. We've got Peter Rabbit on the TV behind.
Yeah,
for fun.
to keep him occupied.
But he keeps going mad for the light fixture. It's not on, but he's just going batty for it.
So I'm not sure if he's watching us or watching the telly. I think he's watching us on the screen actually. Anyway, because I'm filming on my mobile phone, so he can see the video. Hey? Anyway, we'll do finished objects. I've only got one actual finished object.
I've only got one.
I've got a couple of half objects, and have I got work in progress out? Yeah, I have a couple of work in progress. Well, me socks, me half objects are work in progresses as well. And then I'll show you a couple of my arms at the end, and Nikki will show you a couple of bags at the end. If you want to stick around that long, we're going to try and keep this relatively short and sweet today because it's so warm.
And Joseph's been struggling with it.
He's struggling with the heat.
When we were out yesterday, both the children, when I went to pick Michael up from nursery, he does half days on Tuesdays. I was walking on the way back and we're all like bright red and sweaty, and Michael's telling me it's hot and he's shouting at me, and I can't wait till we can drive for situations like that. Right,
anyway, so we'll do FOs, finished objects first. Do you want to go first?
Do you have a sock blocker?
Oh, I didn't get it. Just one moment. Right, sock blockers found. So Nikki's going first.
Yeah, she's got finished objects. She has. It's exciting, isn't it? It's dead exciting. Oh my lord, that's my stomach growling.
I bet you can hear that on the camera.
Earth rumbling. Well, I finally have a finished object. I finished my Grand Central Station socks from the New York Sock Club that I subscribed to last year that the Knitting Expat did.
These have been washed and blocked as well. And worn.
Well, I worn them. I didn't bother. And I'm really pleased with these, and they fit really well. They're actually shorter than I would normally do them. Not shorter, they're longer. The foot's actually longer. I did more rows. After Mum talking to me about doing hers a few rows longer. So I thought I'd give it a go.
Sorry, hang on.
So that's what I've done. I've not really done much knitting recently. All knitting that I've been doing, it's been on my changes shawl, which I brought with me to show you. But there's two, there's both. I'm really pleased. These are my favourite and they fit so well. So I think I'll be using 2.5 needles from now on, not 2.75. But I say that, I've not worn them since I've washed them. So
I gradually went down from 3mm to 2.75 to 2.5 to 2.25.
Yeah.
I now sometimes do 2.5 and mostly 2.25, but I've been doing 2.5 as well.
I think with all my cabling and stuff like that, I'm going to stick to the larger needle because I can't pull it a bit tight.
It's just that they give over time. As you wear socks, they go a bit slacker as you wear them.
So, Nanny's obviously for lunch. He's not got teeth yet, but they're coming.
But he's got a good bite on him. Right, so finished objects. I've got. It's not as good as it is. Right, I've got this shawl. I've been doing a test knit for Barbara at Knitting I Love. She's done her first shawl pattern. That's the wrong way around. She's doing her first shawl pattern. So I've just finished test knitting that. Pattern won't be out, I don't think, for a couple of weeks yet, because the other test knitters are still working on it. There's a couple that have been finished. And I am so loving this.
It's lovely.
It is so pretty. I knitted this solidly for a few days and I didn't knit anything. I didn't knit anything else. Let me just pass him over and then I can show it better up at the calendar. Here, have a child.
He's currently chewing on a toffed bunny.
Yeah, my toffed bunny I made. Long before the kids arrived, I made toffed bunnies. Anyway, there we go.
What's she doing?
This is in my own hand-dyed yarn. It's in double knit, 100% merino, double knit. I dyed this especially for doing this shawl test knit. It's got a lovely, it's called, oh God, what did I say it was called?
Isn't it the Daughter's Love one? Don't know.
Wild Bloom. The shawl's called Wild Bloom, I think. So it doesn't look as turquoise as blue. It's not showing as blue on the camera. Try that way. Oh, there. That's a bit better. We've got the curtains closed, so we're not getting the best sun because it's just we get the sun in the morning here, and it's that warm. I'm trying to keep the heat down a bit. So it's not looking quite as blue on there as it is. It looks a bit better if I show it like that. That's a bit more true to colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I turn it that way, it looks a bit more washed out, but it's just easier for me. But it's got a central decrease, and it's got this lovely lace pattern. This has been washed and blocked. And this is the medium size. The medium size, as her tension does show, it comes out a little bit larger, but the pattern is in Aran weight. But I've chosen to do it in, for the Aran weight, the Dovestone Aran that she used, I got very similar yardage from, and it looked very similar thickness to the my 100% merino that I dyed to sell. So I thought I'll do it in the double knit, because I hadn't got any Aran in I could dye. And she wanted a tonal colour, doing it in a tonal colour, and I hadn't got any tonal Arans or in my stash, so... Sorry, I was expecting the eruptions then. So there we go. This is the medium size. It's almost the size it says on the pattern. And she's doing it in the small, the medium and the large. This, like I say, this is the medium. This is just the right size for fitting inside my coat. The front of my coat, because I very rarely do my coat all the way up. So it's just the right size without tucking them sides under. So I've already got another one. I've already got another one on the needles, so that I'm doing in Stranded Dye Works yarn, but it's a bit more fussy coloured yarn, so I'm hoping it doesn't lose the pattern. So there we go. That's my latest shawl knit. So keep your eyes out for that. Barbara's she's Knitting I Love on Ravelry, YouTube, I think pretty much everywhere. She's got her own web shop selling holders for your needles and little progress keepers and tags. I have got some other tags. I might put a tag on this. One of my little tags on this. I've just got to decide where to put it. Not sure yet. So that's that one. So we'll put the details down below later on. Nikki will do that, won't you, Nikki?
Yes.
She said it out loud in public, so she can't get away from that. So I think that's my only finished object. So we're going to go on to half objects.
I have no half.
You have not. I have several. I have done. I think I've finished one sock on 3 different pairs. Anyway, so this is a Shortie sock. I've not wove the ends in, but other than that, I tuck it in. This is.
Shall we make you a bottle?
This is a Shortie sock. I've just done. I think it's. Hang on, let me just tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I've just done 12 rows in 2x2 rib, and then a standard heel flap and gusset, and just knitted the foot to my length, which I do 60 rows, and then just a basic toe. And I'm really pleased with those. I love the colour of these. It's a bit of a sparkle. It's got silver stellina in it. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can see it there. I did one pair of Rose City Rollers knit picks in my knit picks yarn. They are currently in the wash. That's a finished object I've got, but I've been wearing those this last month, and I forgot to wash them to have them out. So I'll show them completed next time. But rather than do the roll top on these, I thought I'll just do a cup and see how that goes. Anyway, this yarn, if you like it, is. Oh god, the tag has gone missing. I did have the tag in the middle. I think it's Cuddle.
Where are you going?
I think it's Cuddlebums. Cuddlebums yarn, I think. Hang on, let me just see if I can find the tag. It must have fell out in a bag. Yep, got it. This is, Cuddlebums, sorry, not Cuddle, Cuddlebums yarn. There we go, there's the tag. And this is Stormy Rainbow, 100% superwash merino nylon sparkle sock. And this one is called, Stormy Rainbow. I got this at Yarndale last year. I just love the colours of it. So that's who it's by. Again, that's the yarn. I have started the second one. There we go. It's lovely, this rainbow effect. I have started the second one. I'm knitting it on 2.25 magic loop, 80cm magic loop. This is one of the aforementioned needle keepers from Barbara at Knitting I Love, for keeping your
I still want to get some of those
circular needles in, which I love. I've got a couple of these. I think I've got 3 of these now, 2 or 3 of these, which keeps it safe in your bag.
I know it's exciting.
So there you go. That's number 1. And then number 2, just shove it onto the sock blocker. I have knitted, I can't remember what this one's called either. Do you know? I said we're winging it today. I'll just get my thing out in a minute and then I can look at what the pattern is.
Hasn't that got that funny name?
Is it from the Wonderlust Sock collection by Mina Phillips, Knitting Expat? It's from the sock club, the latest sock club she's doing. I can't remember what they're called. But this is the pattern. This is knitted in my own hand-dyed Polworth fingering weight, 100% Polworth fingering weight, in my Victorian Teacup colourway. I wanted to knit a pair in the Polworth yarn that I'm selling because I want to see how well they wear. It's got a nice lacy, I don't know if you see that, if you'll focus in. There we go. Nice lacy pattern, and I love the vintagey kind of shades in this. I fancy a whole cardigan knitted in this. I've bought myself some double knitting in the Polworth. I want to knit it. I'm either going to do it in this or the one I've got called Daughter's Love, that's like all blues, bright blues. Or this one, but I like this one. This would be a nice. This one would be nice for this time of year. I'm just going to knit a plain, I just fancy knitting a plain cardigan in it when I finish my other one. So that's that one. I have got the next one underway. I'm keeping it in, trying to encourage Nikki. This is one of Nikki's bags. To encourage her to make some more of these. It's just like a cosmetic bag size, but it's so squashy and easy to shove in your bag. This is the one I'm keeping it in. So that's ball in cake foam. I have started it last night. I have to start my next one pretty much straight away, even if I don't do any more on it for a bit, because then I know I'm going to do it.
At least then it's on.
I know I'm going to do it, so I have done it. This one I'm doing on 2.5mm 9-inch circulars, and I have a little dragon progress stitch marker there. I got that at I can't remember. One of the yarn shows that I went to, it was
somewhere you went.
It was in a Harry Potter set. I think it was in a Harry Potter set. Or Lord of the Rings.
Probably,
no,
yeah,
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, because it had the ring and the sword, and it had this cute little dragon as well. So that's that. Hang on, I've just got these. I usually keep these on the end of these. I have some little foam stoppers. I have talked about these in the previous episode. I can't remember which one. Might have been the last one. I said who they were and where I got them from. Just stops you things falling off your needles. Doesn't protect the points. Doesn't stop you stabbing yourself, but it does stop your knitting falling off.
That's more important.
Yeah, which is that one. So I finished that one, and then I've been all about the socks this last month, which is not like me. I normally get pretty bored.
I'm bored of my socks, I must admit.
I normally get pretty bored knitting socks, but I've been quite into doing them at the moment. So I was taking advantage while I'm in the mood, because I'm trying to build myself up a few new pairs for the winter. So once I've done these 3, I think I've already got 3 new pairs in my box that I've finished already, and I've got 4 pairs on the needles at the moment. I wouldn't mind getting maybe another 2 or 3 done. I haven't, I know 10, maybe 10 new pairs to have for the winter. I've been pretty impressed with myself if I managed to do that. Because I do like wearing my knitted socks. So this is.
You can enter it into the box of socks.
Yeah, that's true. I've started dyeing this last month. Having a go at dyeing self-striping yarn. God dear, you'd never believe there was so much. If you've never done it, there's a flipping lot of work involved. I can tell you that for nothing. So if it sells in the shop, I might put some on maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks or something like that, because there's an awful lot of time involved. I find the most time is winding it into the gobstopper ball, because I know people like the gobstopper balls. It seems to take getting it off the board into a gobstopper ball. Seems to take more time and complication than, I don't know, I must be doing something. There must be an easier way to do it than I'm doing it. But hey ho, everybody seems to really like these. This is called Tropical Delight, I think. I've got one of these in the shop. Plus I've got a mini. Each time I've been doing one, I've been winding the mini on with it as well. I originally intended to use the mini to knit a sample. But once I've knit a sample, I think I'm still going to keep winding the mini on, because, I don't know, people might want to buy a 20-gram mini of a self-striping yarn for using in blanket projects, shawl projects, I don't know, whatever, mismatched socks. So you'll find them there as well. I think there's one in this one. I've not got them in everything.
On camera.
So there we go. It's in stripes. It's a 4-row striper. Yellow, orange. This is like a pink. Although it looks orange on the screen, it's like a pink. And then I speckled the cream section. So I did an afterthought heel. I don't do that very often, but I thought it would give you that circular look. That was a true afterthought heel where you cut in and then knit it in afterwards. I like them, they fit me fine, but I find the heel flap, I still prefer the heel flap and gusset because it fits me better. Fits my foot better. I think I'm quite... I know Knitting Expat does a...
She does an adjusted German short roll.
Yeah, heel, to make it...
flap in it.
To make it a bit deeper here, but I like the heel flap. I do just like the heel flap and gusset because it fits my foot really well. It's a bit more involved, it's not as quick, but I'm not bothered about that because I like it.
Does the job.
So there you go. These again were knitted on 2.25s. I knitted these on DPNs. So I've been knitting them on everything at the moment. DPNs, 9-inch circulars and magic loop. These are on DPNs. I haven't blocked it, I don't think. I normally do 20 rows in a cuff, but this time I only did 12. And when I tried it on, all I could think was, I wish I'd done 20. But hey, I got them knitted a bit quicker. And the next pair I'll do 20. That's the difference. I think there's 18 on this one. So it's quite a difference in cuff. I do like the deeper cuff. I like my socks a bit longer. But I wanted to get these done. And again, I have, see, proof on DPNs. I'm on to the next one. This is what I do in my break at work if I do any knitting at work at all. I take these with me. I'm nearly at the heel flap and gusset on that one. These are higher 2.25 bamboos. I'm considering stocking higher in the shop.
Yeah.
If you like, what is your most called for size? It's trying to decide. I can obviously only afford to get a few sizes or a couple of sizes in different lengths. Do you want fixed? Do you want interchangeables? Do you use more fixed? Do you use more interchangeables? For the socks, I tend to find I use the fixed. It's just trying to settle on what I want, and I am the most indecisive person in the world, and I can't make my mind up. I'm presuming everybody I listen to doing socks does 2.25, and the vast majority of people seem to do it on magic loop. So I imagine I'll get those. But is there any other, and I'll get those on fixed, but is there any others that you use a lot of? Could you comment down below and let me know? Or on Instagram, I might put a post on Instagram asking people as well, so I'll get the right sizes when I come together. Because they've said I can stock them. So that's those. There's the Gobstopper ball. That's after one sock and half of another sock, so going quite well. It looks quite pretty, doesn't it?
It looks really nice.
So that's that one. Like I say, I have got another one of those in the shop, and I've got a couple of other colours which I'm going to show at the end. So that's all my half objects. So then we're on work in progress. I assume you want me to show mine. Have you got any going on?
Yeah, it's in that bag.
Well, I'll let you show it when he's finished his bottle. So just to show, I've been showing what you could knit. This is a sample of another one. This is a sparkly one. I tried a different stripe pattern. I'm showing what, just trying to just show. I don't know if I'm going to knit this into a sock. I might do and add another one in, but I just wanted to knit and see how long I could knit with a 20 gram ball self-striping. See how far it will go. So far, that's probably about average. Most people do for a leg.
Yeah.
So I could probably turn if I wanted to, but I'm just going to keep going. And if I turn it into a sock, I'll do it with another colour. I might do a plain one for a foot, just to see. But so far, that's on a 2.25 magic loop as well. And then I did these ones with another striper. I've got out of a 20 gram. I got those two, and that's what I had left out of a 20 gram ball. Love this colour. This was for on Facebook. There's a dye group, an indie dye group.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what it's called. I can't remember. I'll put it in here. I'll find out what it is and I'll put a caption on the screen. I can't remember anything at the moment. I'm just a heat-fuddled brain.
I'm just
heat-fuddled menopause brain at the moment. I can't remember anything. I should
Great
write.
podcast.
I know. Should write notes really, but come on, you like the fact then when we just wing it and we add in the details. Add the details later.
When we remember.
Yeah, because when we write notes. It's too
rigid.
And it's too structured and too rigid, and I feel fake.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You just can't
I feel like I'm just reading off a script and I feel a bit fake, and I'm still hunting for notes, so I'd rather just say, well, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it in later. Because that's how we roll. So I did these two. I did one on, just to show you, I used the two different size needles for my socks. This is 2.25, this is 2.5. Just to give you the difference. This one I did on 9-inch circulars. This one I did with DPN, I think. So there's quite a size difference.
Yeah, your 9-inch circular one.
Yeah.
It's a bit looser.
Yeah, like I say, this colour was for on a Facebook group when they do a dye along every month, and this month was called Nebula. I think it's DT Crafts and Design.
That sounds familiar.
It's a company I've bought. I buy me citric acid off and me little bits of tools off, and you can buy dye off them and all kind of thing. And they do a dye along, and I thought this month I'll actually join in for the first time. And they did a colourway called Nebula, and I loved the colours, so I did a striper. A self-striper. So that's that one. So the other half, work in progress, I've got is my cardigan that I've been showing. My, what's it called?
Otter? I want to say otter.
No, that's my Otter cardigan you're thinking of. It's me Knitting Expat.
Mix and
match.
Yeah.
Cardigan. See, it's good job that somebody listens. My mix and match cardigan. I've been showing this on most episodes as I've been going along. I'm just doing it as a plain. The choice is on the cardigan that you can do it in a pattern. She provides a patterned one and a plain stockinette one. Well, I just wanted a plain stockinette cardigan. And when I was talking before, saying I'm going to dye myself some yarn to do in that Victorian teacup colourway, I'm just going to do this cardigan again when it's finished. Because it's an easy TV project. And I do like just a plain.
Yeah.
Just a plain.
Plain goes with everything.
Plain cardigan. So there's another one of my needle pouches from Barbara at Knitting I Love. You really should go and check those out. So I've done the first sleeve. I've done the body. Done the first sleeve. Do you want me to put it on and stand up and have a look? I might sweat to death.
You'll pass out from the heat. So
I'd have done this by now, but I got distracted by doing a test knit for a shawl for Barbara at Knitting I Love, and I just knitted that till it was done, because I liked knitting it so much, and I've started another one, but it put this on hold.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'd have finished this by now. So excuse me, I'll put it on for just 1 minute. I'll show you. If I was going to knit it. When I knit it next time.
What kind of buttons are you going to put in there?
Don't know. Don't know yet. So, stand up a little bit.
Oh, that's going to look really good, that one it's done.
So, it's fitting quite well. The only thing I think next time I would do, the only alterations I did on it was I altered the decreases, because you're supposed to decrease every so many rows, and then you decrease, and then so many rows and decrease. But I shortened. I got to a point and I thought, they're going to be down here.
Yeah.
She must have arms like a gibbon. I don't know.
Really long arms.
But when I got further down, I thought I'm going to have to start reducing the rows between which I decrease, not do as many rows. Otherwise, it was going to be way too long, and I'd have been folding back cuffs. And I mean, it could be that I don't know. I didn't do a tension swatch. It's very rare I do. I just get on with it. I know roughly how my stuff knits up. And it's knitting up and it's fine in the body. The only place, as you see it's still, I think it's a bit loose, is there. Which is good if I'm wearing like a shirt under it because it fits in it.
Yeah.
But if I was just wanting it for the summer, we're wearing something without sleeves.
Like a vest or something.
So next time, I think I might reduce...
Joseph likes
I might reduce... He's smiling away at me there. I might reduce the decreases here, rather than down here, shorten it here rather than here.
Yeah.
Do them longer in this part of my arm and shorten them up this part here. Just to pull that in, just a little bit, because I think it might be a little bit baggy. I don't know if it looks too baggy, but
I once noticed.
When I looked at her in the picture on the pattern, hers is quite fitted.
Yeah.
Which, like I say, would be great in the summer over vest tops and things. But for the winter, it'd be fine over my shirts and if I've got a thin jumper on underneath. But I've also done, I don't know if you can see, I've done the dropped, I've done the curved hem, the high-low hem.
Oh yeah.
Stand on my toes, you might be able to see. Where you do German short row shaping, so it's narrower here, and if you can see, it gets, excuse me showing my bum on the podcast, but you can see it gets a lot wider there. So it covers up one's buttocks. But I'm quite pleased with that.
It's good.
So I've not got much to go. Just a sleeve.
Makes me want to do one.
Yeah, and it's such an easy knit.
Is it in double knitting?
Yeah, it's in double knitting. This is in Serdar. No, is it Serdar? Hang on.
That'd be an easy project for me to take to work.
Yeah. Serdar Harap. Harap, I don't know. Tweed. It's, I've shown this a few times, but I'll tell you again. It's 40% nylon, 30% wool, 24% acrylic, 6 pound viscose. So it's a bit of a mix. It cost me, they were 50-gram balls, and it cost me £1.90 a ball or something in a sale. So the whole cardigan's going to cost me about £20. These are almost loads of stitch markers down the side. That was just me counting 10 rows or an inch. Counting an inch. Every inch I did, I stuck a stitch marker in till I decided how long I wanted it. I'll just show that high-low hem so you can see it better. There we go. You can see that better now. Now it goes wider, which I quite like that effect. But the instructions are there for just doing a straight one as well. So you can just do a straight rib, or you can do the high-low. And I quite like the high-low. And then it's got the instructions to do either a straight rib all the way around, or to do a shawl rib. I think I'm just going to do the straight one. I don't fancy the shawl one. I'm just going to do the straight one. I might do that on the next one, but there's definitely going to be. Because as soon as I've done this one and finished this one, I'm going to cast. Because I'll have dyed. Hopefully, it'll have dyed the yarn by then, and I'm going to do the next one. And I think I'm going to do it in the lighter colour, and then I'm going to do another one in the darker colour, because it's just a plain cardigan. So
yeah,
and I prefer cardigans to jumpers, to be honest.
Yeah, you can, because it's plain. Are you going to do a textured one?
No. No, I just want it plain stocking stitch, something I can sit unstressful and watch. Yeah. In the evenings, watch TV, and it just grows without you thinking about it. So I'm definitely going to do another one. And like I say, I think I talked about this on his. I replied on somebody's Facebook post, I think, asking what you feel about acrylic yarn. Well, this isn't 100% acrylic, but it wouldn't bother me if it was. I've always tended to knit.
All the jumpers I knit.
Yeah, cardigans, jumpers for me. I tend to always knit them in either acrylic or acrylic blends. Yeah. I tend to go for the blends, like 80%, 20% wool. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. But I've knitted plenty because it's just it's easy to care for when you're busy. I mean, I have a full-time job, and I'm trying to dye yarn and get that going as well. So I don't have a lot of time for hand washing and waiting for it to. I don't have the space to put things for waiting to dry. It's a nightmare just trying to block a shawl and get that dry. It's all right at the moment because I put that shawl outside and it was dry in 20 minutes. I couldn't believe 100% merino, normally through the winter, it takes about 4 days to dry. Yeah, it took about 20 minutes outside a couple of days ago because it's been that warm, so I was quite pleased about that. But I have no problem. I've knitted one jumper so far for me in 100% Blueface Leicester. I showed it had all the cables in the top, and I love that jumper. But it's also rather expensive, isn't it? Making a jumper in my size, because like I say, I'm not like a size 8 skinny mini. Like
for the children, I'm going to be starting knitting jumpers for them for winter and for Christmas, and that'll all be in 100% acrylic.
Oh yeah, well it's wash. You can just chuck them in the washer. Well, with these, I know with an acrylic, I can just chuck it in the washing machine as long as it's in a net bag. Because I put 2, and it's less of a trauma when I kill them. Because I've killed 2 or 3 jumpers in that time. That's why I'm loathed normally to do them in 100% wool.
Christ alive, that stings.
Because I did.
Sorry.
I put 2 jumpers in once that I'd freshly done a cardigan and a jumper, and when they came out, they were about 3 times the size.
I remember that.
Yeah. My very first one, when I picked up knitting and started knitting again, I knitted this purple lacy top. And it was lovely, and everybody loved it. And then I washed it, and it would, if I was a size 16 at the time, it would have fitted like a size 24, 26. It was huge. It was absolutely huge.
You stay there.
But the mistake I was making, you stop smiling at me, you. The mistake that I was making was I was not putting them in a net bag. I didn't realise that at the time, but I should have been putting them in a net bag that would stop them stretching out. Otherwise, they just go in the washer, and a lot of them go in the tumble dryer on low. Fine. So that's my reasoning behind it all. Like I say, I've never had a problem. I've got jumpers that I've knitted in acrylic, like 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and that I've been wearing for years, and they still look fine now. Although my next cardigan, so I've done one in acrylic, and I'm going to do one in Polworth wool to see how that comes out, because obviously now as a hand dyer I can get the wool undyed much cheaper than I would pay for it. So I'm going to have a go.
I like to add that I like using acrylic as well, because it's affordable. If I take something off a fancy and I just want to do it, I can go out and I can afford to buy 5 balls of acrylic. I can't afford to go out and buy 5 balls of merino. No,
because like 5 balls of merino is going to cost the best part of 80 quid.
Yeah.
So that's our reasoning for all my shawls, hats, scarves, gloves, all my accessories. And like I say, I've done one jumper in wool, and I'm going to knit a cardigan, and I'm going to do that in wool as well. But I do all my accessories and everything. I like to use wool. If it's going to be on my head, around my neck, I do prefer to use wool and acrylic for all that, than acrylic, but for my jumpers. Although saying that, I have seen a pattern in the latest issue of Knitting magazine. It's called Knitting magazine. There's like a pink tank top.
Oh yeah, that looks
vest
lovely.
and it only takes 2. I think it says it only takes 2 for the size I want to do. Skeins of 4-ply. So I'm tempted to have a go at doing that. I'm just going to press pause because it smells like toxic waste in here at the minute. Toxic waste moment over. We are back.
So I've been working on really only one project at the moment. It's the only thing I want to knit. Because I'm bored of knitting socks at the moment. I had my sock tangent, passed it on to Mum, and now I'm on doing this. I think because it's so big, I just want to get it. I want to get a good headway on it done. So I at least might get it done in time for winter this year.
Nanny keeps saying to me, have you done much on your shawl yet? I want to see it done so I can be putting my order in. Yeah. She seems to be under the impression that I'm going to make her one. I think she's like confused. It's not going to happen.
So this is the Changes Shawl by Mina Phillips. And I've done the main section, the first section, section A, now I'm on section B. Starting with all the colours. I've just been lucky dipping in my box. I've put a few in my bag. I've got 10 minis in there. But this first one's Mothy and the Squid. It's got sparkle in it. This one's 100% alpaca. Don't know what it's called. I bought it when I went to Edinburgh, so I don't know who it's by or what. And then we've got another Mothy and the Squid Easter egg. Is it Easter egg?
Easter egg, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm starting in Kingfisher. That was dyed by Mum. And then my main colour is by Blacker Yarns in the Night Heron colourway. So
Swan Island. Is it Swan Island or something it's called?
I think I've got it in here. So that's what that's. I can't really show it all. So we're getting there. It's happening.
On the centre section, you're on the first patterns, aren't you?
Yeah. So I think I'm on colour 4 now. Oh my lord, I can't even count. I've put a few rows on mine, but not much because I had to frog it back a bit. And then these are my other colour choices. This is the leftover fluff. The grey I put in another shawl. I don't know. Is this one of yours?
Yeah, dyed? That's the very first hand dyed yarn I did.
Mum's very first hand dyed yarn.
I did a shawl that I've done for my mum.
So that's going to go in it. I'm going to put some bright yellow in to break it up. So that'll look fun. That was dyed by Mum. This was another one dyed by Mother.
It's handy having your own hand dyer, isn't it?
I think she overdyed something.
I did. These were some yucky pastel things I got in a club that I wasn't happy with. I just overdyed them.
This is part of a set that I bought when we went to I think it might have been the one in the Lake District.
Kendal Wool Gathering.
Yeah, I bought a few all together. And it was by these sheep where there's only one herd in the UK or something. And a pack of 4 or maybe 5 minis. All in blue scale, but the blues were so close to all the other blues I'd picked from my minis, there was just no point using it. And I've got some leftover stranded that I've knitted Joseph a jumper in. That I fit for about 2 minutes.
Is that rainforest?
This is
Reef dive.
Yeah, on our Oasis base. This is the Mothy and the Squid Easter egg. What? This is the blue alpaca one. It's got a bit of a fuzzy halo and it's really soft. When I actually bought it, I had no clue what I was going to do with it. So that's sat in my stash for nearly 3-4 years now. 4 years it'll have been. Because I bought it before I caught for Michael. That's the Mothy and the Squid one. I might be able to get the other side of the shawl done. Some of the walls might run out, so it'll be a bit mishmash, but I'm not really bothered about that. And that's the main colour yarn. So that's good. So that's the only whip I've been working on, so that's the only thing I've brought. But I have made a new bag for it, which I have posted on Instagram. Yeah, but I'll show you that briefly again. There you go. Done.
Done? You can't get those up there. You can't. Ugh. So that's your work in progress. Done marking work in progress. So we're just going to do a bit now that just shows some of the things we've put in the shop, or some of the things that are going to go into the shop. If you don't want to stick around for this, thanks for watching. And if you do, it'll only be a few more minutes with our co-host Joseph, who will not be put down today. So there we go. So we'll just sit that way. Just give him to Mummy for just minute. Give him a toy to try and distract him. So I was telling you before about self-striping, some self-striping yarns that I've done. These are the ones that are... You can't have those. At least he wants them. These are the ones that are already in the shop. That's what they look like. It's getting a bit excited at them.
It is exciting.
So that's what I've got. I've just got the one of each of those, and I've the one little... Those were like my socks mini, 20-gram mini. This one is going to be going into the shop. I haven't knitted a sample of this, but I've just wound it round. This will be a 4-row repeat. Should be, depending on your tension, 3 to 4 rows per stripe. I do a 64. I've done them based on that. I do a 64 stitch cast on a 2.25. So that's this one, and then that's the main size. I can't decide what to call this one. I'm thinking it looks like, I said it looked like poppies in a field.
We'll call it that
or something like that.
Remembrance Day.
Field of Dreams or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, watch this space. They'll be going in. I have 2 of these, and I've 2 minis, 2 little minis as well to go in. So that's my self-striping. Oh yeah, that was that one. That was that one. I can say that one's sparkly. That seems to have got a lot of likes on Instagram, that one.
We don't normally see them in those kind of colours.
No, because
it's always bright or neutral.
It's hard because I want to dye what appeals to me.
Oh yeah.
What I like. But I'm trying to make sure. No, I'm trying to dye what appeal to other people as well. That's not necessarily just what I like. It's hard trying to dye what is not your thing. This is not really me. But I know there's lots of people that like pastels, and for the amount of likes it got on Instagram over the other ones, I presume this one. There's a lot of people that like that kind of kind of colour. I'm a bit of a brights and bolds and autumn colours. So, but I am trying to be good and dye things that are not just that colour. This was obviously this one. So yeah, things are normally a bit bright and bold like these. So I'm trying to do some more in some softer colourways. So that's what I've got. I have got a couple more. I've dyed some more. Here Comes the Royal Bride on Polwarth, because that seems to have been a popular colourway in the shop.
Just because it's really cool.
I've also dyed that. I've bought a new sock base that's like a more rustic blend, and rather than merino or alpaca or whatever, it's 75% wool, 25% nylon. It doesn't feel a lot different to the Polworth, to be honest.
Oh.
And it would be pretty good. I think it'd be fine round your neck. It does have, it's not as soft or smooth as merino, but it has, but it still feels fine. It still feels fine. I'd be able to sell it a little bit cheaper. It'd be ideal for socks because that's what they're aiming it at. If you use Regia, I think more like Regia sock yarn, it feels a bit like that. So I've dyed some the Here Comes the Royal Bride on that, and I've done I dyed a new soft base with like a soft pink spot on it.
Having fun there.
Those coming, but I'm hoping to get a few more done. When are we going to do the next shop update? When can you get your bags on?
I'm probably going to aim for next week.
For Thursday.
Yeah.
We usually do it on a Thursday night, so we'll aim for that.
Aiming for next week.
For Thursday night next week, which will be what date?
Well, it's the first on Sunday, so it'll be the 5th.
Is it 4th?
5th.
4th, 1st,
No,
Monday,
second,
Tuesday,
Monday.
5th.
5th. Yeah.
Something like that. The Thursday next week anyway. Today is the
First
20th.
week of July.
Today is the 27th. Thursday, Wednesday, the 27th of June. Today.
Yes.
So it just gives you some idea.
I've not updated any bags for a while in the shop because I've been trying to make a few to do together. But I brought the 2.
Right, so give the little man back to me, and then you can show your bags. Oh, this is my favourite bag. This one here, and that little bag that I showed you before. Are we getting tight? Hey, are we getting tight?
I've got I made a while ago some bags in this fabric with the cottages on the front. So I've got 2 of these, and I'm gonna have I think I've got a couple of notion pouches cut out to make us do as well. It's just red zipper at the top, and the inside I've gone for like a mint green because I was thinking English tea type thing. So the inside linings might be green or like light pink or lilac, but I thought it'd be nice because I like the cottages. So that's one. So there's going to be a few in this fabric because I've got some of it left from my last bags.
Is that, I've been battered it. Is that like my little makeup bag?
No, this is just like your standard. You can fit a set of socks or a smaller project in it. A sock bag. Because they're easy for me to whip up, so I can do them usually whilst watching Joseph, and if he's like this, I can usually do it.
Because he's a bit restless.
But he's probably due for a nap. And I decided I wanted to do a bag like this. This is a practice one because I've gone wrong here. So this is my sample. So I'll be using it for my changing shawl. So this is what it looks like.
Looks like a little lunch bag.
And it's got a nice big bottom. And then on the inside, drawstring. So we can close it.
Sure. So you can get a bigger project in it.
So then you can also stuff it down if you need to. So you can close it. And inside you've got. Oh really? You've got lining on the inside, so.
What'd you do?
Just open.
What'd you do?
See, it's lined on the inside. As you can see, I've got my wall. And I had my changing shawl in this when I came. Might not fit in there permanently, but I reckon you could fit. You know, if you had like a 3-coloured shawl, or or the starts of a cardigan project. I don't know. It depends on how bulky, how much you like to actually fit in your bag. Like I don't always put the pattern in because I usually remember it. But I'm pretty impressed with that. So I've got some more of this fabric left. So the next bag I'm going to make will be with this fabric, but it won't have this on it because I've run out of that. So
what about the little daisy dot one?
This one as well. Yeah, I've run out of that. So these are all fabrics that have just been sat in my cupboard forever. So I thought I'll practice on them and see how it goes. So, would you like this type of bag? I like the handles. I like that it's versatile. Like I was saying to Mum before we started recording, I can get some wadding that's got a silver foil on it, so it's insulated, so you could use it like a lunchbox. So I might make one for my little boy and see how he likes it. I watched a video on YouTube.
Can you remember what they were called? Reference them, was they?
I can't remember what she was called. It'll be in the history on YouTube, and she shows you how to do it. Because I really wanted to do a bag like this, because I've been watching like Yarn Hoarder and people, and they were coming out with these big tubs, like these big project bags like this with this feature in it, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. But now I know how to do it. I could adapt and do my own style and make it my own. But I was pretty pleased with this, and obviously I've made a mistake because, you know, this is why you practice. But Joseph really likes this bag. He was trying to eat it before. So yeah, that's that.
So I think that's all we've got to show you. I think this little man needs to go down and put for a sleep. I think I need a cup of tea before I go to work.
I think I need a cup of tea too.
I think I need like to take 10 pints of water with me because I'm just going to die in the heat today, and there'll be no customers because it's too hot.
It's too hot and everyone's
Come and sit in a chippy.
barbecues.
So with that happy note, until next time.
Bye bye.